Keeley's here with the weather. Pretty grim and miserable this morning. Will we get something better for the weekend?
We'll get it again over the weekend, but both afternoons look like they'll brighten up. So, high pressure's dominating over the weekend, but we are going to have mist and fog to start both days. And where it's really still cloudy at the moment, we are going to see a little bit more brightness. Elsewhere, some sunshine, but isolated showers in the forecast as well. So high pressure's close by, and this ridge extends over the UK, settling things down, but it won't stop that mist and fog developing for Saturday and Sunday. And the fine weather looks set to continue for Monday and Tuesday as well. So you can see on the satellite picture the thicker cloud to the north. It's actually an old front, yesterday's front, still bothering us, but we have started to see it thin and break from the south, and I'm hopeful that those breaks in the cloud will continue to extend northwards through this afternoon. The odd shower cropping up, but otherwise it looks like a dry story with temperatures above average. Certainly across parts of South and East Yorkshire we should get up to around 20 or 21 degrees. Always that little bit fresher along the coast. And speaking of the coast, through this evening that sea fog will extend back inland. It'll spread westwards, making its way at least to the Pennines, if not a little bit further. The tops of the Pennines may well poke out from that cloud, but generally it's going to be a grey start to the day tomorrow. Temperatures down to 11 or 12 degrees. So a bit of a grey, misty start to the day tomorrow. It will burn back to the coast where it could linger through the day. Otherwise, sunny spells, isolated heavy thundery showers, and temperatures once again on the warm side. I got my words out eventually.
Thanks very much indeed.
That film there.
Many years ago.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You should like it. You like all things vintage.
Absolutely, I'm there
definitely
for
into
it.
that.
Watch this space. Now onto the weather, and you have good news this weekend.
I do have good news. We do have a few days of settled weather, but I think both mornings will start off like this. So we're going to have some sea fog affecting us, grey misty mornings right across the board to start the day, both Saturday and Sunday. So this was the scene at Whitby at around lunchtime. It really struggled to lift through the course of today here, and the next picture shows it did brighten up for some of us. Some of us got some warm spells of sunshine, and we did reach 19 degrees. Key pictures coming into the Weather Watchers page. We're on social media as well, Keeley.Donovan on Instagram. There you go. And on X as well, Keeley Donovan. So we'll start both Saturday and Sunday morning on a grey note, but that should lift and we should get some warm spells of sunshine. It may just be that right along the coast we see that sea fog lingering both on Saturday and particularly on Sunday. But generally the weather looks settled, mainly dry due to this ridge of high pressure, and it looks like it could be settled for Monday and Tuesday as well before rain approaches on Wednesday. So you can just about make out on the satellite picture this strip of cloud which we started the day with. That was yesterday's front. It's now moved to the north of us. We have had a couple of showers break out across parts of South Yorkshire, so perhaps some showers in the short term. The main feature overnight is this sea fog, low cloud, mist and fog spreading inland overnight, becoming quite extensive, but a mild night. Temperatures down to around 11 or 12 degrees. Let's have a quick look at those high water times. 1:37 in Scarborough and 2 o'clock in Bridlington. So we'll get off to a grey start to the day. There might just be a few showers around through the first few hours of the morning, but that cloud will lift and break and we should have some good spells of sunshine. We might just see that coastal cloud returning right along the coast, but there's a stronger signal for that for Sunday. Later in the afternoon tomorrow, parts of South Yorkshire, the Peak District could get the odd heavy thundery shower, but for most places, for most of the day, it does look dry and warm. Temperatures 20 or 21 degrees, always that little bit fresher along the coast. Tomorrow evening then we'll see that sea fog redeveloping again and spreading back inland overnight. So a fine evening, but then overnight low cloud, mist and fog. It could well linger along the coast at times on Sunday. Otherwise another dry and fine day with some spells of sunshine, Amanda.
Keeley, thank you very much, and thank you for the picture of Whitby. Always lovely to see the coast.
Hello there, good evening. A lot of settled weather to come through the weekend with some warm spells of sunshine, but both Saturday and Sunday will start off on a grey note with low cloud, mist and fog, and some of this could linger along the coast, but generally it's staying settled through the weekend and into the early part of next week. So overnight tonight we'll continue to see that low cloud, mist and fog track westwards. It'll be extensive, but it won't be a cold night. Temperatures only dropping back to around 10 or 11 degrees. So a grey start to the day tomorrow, but it will improve. Through the first few hours there could be a few showers around from that thicker cloud. The cloud will tend to lift and break and we should have some good spells of sunshine. Through the afternoon there is the risk of the odd shower returning to the southwest, and those could be heavy and thundery. Inland temperatures reaching 20 or 21 degrees. That low cloud mist and fog redeveloping overnight into Sunday, a greater signal that it could linger along the coast on Sunday, otherwise brightening up with some warm spells of sunshine and staying settled into the early part of next week.
We're very happy today. It's Friday. I'm in a grey suit.
Nice suit. It compliments. I was going to compliment your hair. I'm a bit wrong though. I was trying to. You look lovely.
Anyway, we forget about it.
Well, it suits you, Peter.
Thank you.
Silver fox. Right. The weather this weekend looks decent. We saw some sea fog there in Bridlington, and that will be a feature of the weather over the next couple of days. This afternoon, further spells of sunshine. We might also see the odd shower cropping up as well. So this is the satellite picture. The thicker cloud was to the north of us. You don't make out much of the high and medium level cloud on this satellite picture, but there is some cloud out there. So areas of cloud, some sunny spells, but also a few showers cropping up through the afternoon. They'll be fairly hit and miss though. Most places will enjoy some dry weather with temperatures inland reaching around 20 or 21 degrees. Later in the day we'll start to see some of this sea fog returning to the shore, and then as we head through this evening and overnight it will pull inland, and we're looking at extensive low cloud mist and fog once again. So another grey old night to come, and there might be a little bit of dampness in there as well. Not a cold night. Temperatures down to around 10 or 11 degrees. So we'll start the weekend on a bit of a grey note once again, but that cloud mist and fog will lift, it'll thin, it'll burn back to the coast where it could linger for some places through the day, but generally we're looking at dry, bright conditions through Saturday. The odd shower, and the odd shower could be on the heavy, thundery side, but most places again will be dry and temperatures again above average. We'll do it all again on Sunday, less of the mist and fog, but the fine weather continues for Monday and Tuesday, Peter.
Yes. No.
We might see them later. We'll get sock cam out and
Just started. Have a nice afternoon.
You too.
Now let's have some